You don't just want a car, you want a sanctuary. Introducing the all-new Aetherus sedan with whisper-quiet cabin technology and an interior designed around you. It's not just about getting to your destination. It's about arriving inspired. Aetherus. Move beautifully.
Use of meth. So we've got 3 counts. Have you had a chance to review the report with them? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Your Honor, I should note that he is currently employed with his father in the state of Kentucky doing construction. That is an under the table kind of job, but he is working. I can appreciate that the court might want some verification of that moving forward, and I explained that to him. There is, it says here that he's not employed, but he is in fact working.
All right. Okay, I'll modify the report in that aspect.
Your Honor, other than that, there are no additions, corrections, or deletions that are necessary.
All right. Anything you'd like to say? And I'm going to just tell you, I don't go for this guy hitting people and hitting police officers. So he might not be walking out the back exit way today. Okay.
Well, Your Honor, I'd ask that you reconsider that. I've watched the video in this matter. He was given a lawful order by the police. He did run from the police. The police did have to tackle him to the ground.
The officer says here, as I reached out to grab Tuttle's wrist, he pulled away from me. I reached again for his arm. Tuttle punched me on the right side of my forehead. I lost my balance and fell down to the ground, and Tuttle took off running northbound on Kirby. Are you saying that the video doesn't show that he got punched in the forehead?
I did not see that in the video. I saw
Where's your office at?
in Newfield Hills. My view of the video is that it was basically a struggle while my client was on the ground refusing to be handcuffed. And I know that Mr. Muhammad had direct communication with the officers involved in the case before.
Hang on 1 second.
Yes.
Hey, this is Judge McNally at 33rd. Can you, I need to know if Officer McParland from Brownstown is on duty today. Perfect. I'd like him to appear on Zoom for me right now, okay? I'd like him to, I've got this Rodney Tuttle case and I'd like him to zoom in. Okay? Thank you very much. Why don't you have a seat 1 second? As soon as he zooms in, I'll recall it, okay?
Your Honor, I do have the video on my laptop. Wants to watch it.
Okay, I might take you up on that.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. If he tells me what's in the report is accurate and you think it's not, I'll be glad to look at that video. But you don't punch police officers in the forehead or in the face or anywhere else. So, all right, well, we'll find out.
Ms. Dorothy, Your Honor, G-H-O-R-G-O-R.
Okay, give me just 1 second. Your name, sir. You're charged with no license and speeding and illegal window tint. So you got an A, B, and C file. You have the right to a lawyer. Sir, you have to take your hat off. If you want a lawyer, I'm going to give you one. If you don't, I will arraign you and let you go talk to the prosecutor.
I didn't have to, I was have to when it was like fraud third.
No. I'm just asking, do you want a lawyer to
No,
arraign?
I'm sorry, no.
Okay, I'll go ahead and arraign you, and then we'll send you to the prosecutor. On November 18 of 25, it is alleged that you did operate a motor vehicle without a license, a misdemeanor punishable by up to 500 fines, 93 days jail. Costs are all those. You're also charged with speeding 16 to 20 over, which should be a 3-point violation, and illegal window tint. You have a 0-point violation there. Do you understand all those charges?
Yes, I do.
The only one that's a misdemeanor is no license. Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights? You plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a trial. Do you understand that? All right. You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yeah.
I'll enter a not guilty plea, $500 personal bond. You go sit out in the hallway. He's going to hand this file to the prosecutor. I'm entering the plea of not guilty, pleas of denials, and we will go from there, okay? Thank you very much.
Let's see here. Morning, Your Honor, Edward Zelenak, appearing before the defendant, Ms. Norton. Please give your name.
Rhonda Lynn Norton.
All right, so we have an illegal entry in 2 counts of illegal entry, it looks like. Illegal entry without permission at 26414 Blue Heron Drive on 1 case. And the other one is, let me just double check that. It's also 26414 Heron Drive. So does she stand mute, wait for
Yes,
reading
wait
of
the
the?
reading, stand mute, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna enter not guilty pleas for her.
I would presume, Your Honor, that once the prosecutor looks at this case, it may not go any further, but you may want to put it in the lap of the regular prosecutor. You have a visiting prosecutor here today.
I think Mr. Mohammed might be going to 34th. I think.
That could be, and then they'll have someone else here, but that'll be sometime after the first year. It doesn't matter, Your Honor. This is a family matter, and the defendant here is the circuit court conservator and guardian over the father, and this is a sister's garage. And I think once the prosecutor reviews the evidence, because if it goes to trial, bringing the probate court attorney and health protective services, so I think they need a prosecutor to take time and look at the file and decide where they want to proceed. So you pick whatever date works with you, Judge, and if not, we'll proceed. We're going to waive the jury trial, set it for bench trial.
All right, I have to set to, do you have any bond sheets down there?
My client begins to run, and during the course of trying to run away, this officer loses his footing and falls to the ground. There's a second officer who is involved in the pursuit. This is all visible, to me at least, on the body worn camera footage of the second officer, who's a little bit farther behind. I do not see anything on this video of my client attempting to strike.
He didn't say attempting. His report says he struck him in the forehead. That's what it says.
And
He said, I reached again for, as I reached out to grab Tuttle's wrist, he pulled away from me. I reached again for his arm. Tuttle punched me on the right side of my forehead. I lost my balance and fell down to the ground, and Tuttle took off running northbound on Kirby. And then he talks about how he and Officer Grimm tackled Tuttle to the ground on the cement driveway. While Tuttle was on the ground, he continued to fight with me and resisting arrest. Grimm and Novak, with fighting with me, Grimm and Novak. I personally had to knee Tuttle in the ribs to get him to surrender his hands. I also attempted to strike Tuttle on the shoulder, but he moved and I struck his face. After 2 minutes of fighting / resisting, we were able to handcuff him and place him in an upright position so he could breathe. So I'm just asking you, because I'm going to look at this video.
Yeah.
Did he in fact punch you in the forehead?
Your Honor, I remember being struck as I went to grab Mr. Tuttle, and at that point I fell. That's what I remember. If the video shows anything different, that is just, I would like to see it as well, but that's exactly what I remember, and my video camera fell off. But that is exactly what I remember.
Can I see the video?
of course,
All right, you want to pull it up here?
give it up.
Can we, he's got it on his podium here, at the podium, Lisa. Can we, you know, tech savvy, I'm not. Can I get it up on the screen there, or?
I'd also be happy to step up and try to facilitate the court watching it on my laptop. There is some audio to it.
Yeah,
If he wants to join the Zoom, he can do a share screen, or he can send it to me and I'll share screen.
I can try and join in Zoom.
okay, let's have you do that. I'm sorry to call you on such short notice, officer, so just bear with us if you will, please.
Not a problem, Your Honor. I don't want to be wrong in this case, so please, yes, pull it up, and thank you for calling me.
No problem. I hate to do this, but while you're doing that, I'm gonna go on to another case here, okay? Mark Charles Matthews, 25, gonna plead to impeding traffic They are going, that's on count. I guess it's on count 2, right? Count 2, you're going to plead to impeding traffic. And then impeding on a bicycle. And then they're going to dismiss. It looks like you took the course or what have you.
Yes, Your Honor.
They're going to dismiss count 1, which is failing to disclose possession of a concealed pistol, and count 3. Count 3 will be dismissed as well, correct? You were supposed to be here in the last week. Why weren't you in here?
Yeah. So when you adjourned it, I never received anything in the mail besides a court date saying the 25th, which I was already here on 25th. So I had.
Well, I know, but it was scheduled for 10 o'clock. You weren't scheduled to be down there till later, were you? You got to be careful.
To be weird.
Well, you were in Judge Hessen's,
Yeah.
but you didn't have that didn't start till what, 11 or 11:30 or something, wasn't it? Anyway, you got to show up to the charge impeding on a bicycle, responsible or not responsible.
Stop.
I'll accept the plea. I'm dismissing count 1, file A, motion of the prosecutor, and I'm dismissing count 3 on motion of the prosecutor. 150 is your total. You can down the hall and pay that, and you're all set. Good luck.
I have time to pay.
How much time do you need?
You can use that Christmas to pay that.
Yeah. January 5th, if you don't have the money, no problem. Call the court. We'll go on Zoom, or you can walk in here on before the due date, 8:30. I'd be glad to give you an extension. Okay? Have a good Christmas. Good luck.
You too.
All right. So which one do you have?
Should be that one, Your Honor.
Which one?
Sally.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Miss Patillo is here also, Judge, for Williams.
I got everybody showing up. Abdul Rahman Ibrahim Al Masawi, 25M615594. All right, counsel. Good morning. Your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Rami Najazi, P82830 on behalf of Abdul Rahman Ibrahim Al Masawi. It's a long one, Your Honor.
That's okay.
Your Honor, this is the time and date set for a formal hearing. The prosecutor couldn't get in contact with Trooper Latricia DeBose. She attempted twice, so she wrote it as a dismissal.
Case-
It is about 50 minutes after the time, so I asked.
Yeah, I mean, it was scheduled for 9:30 and it's 10:22 or something. So I'll go ahead and dismiss this. You're all set. Have a nice holiday and everything. Okay? Thank you. But you're going to plead to limited access 5 over, right?
Yes.
If you plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail. Costs are all those 0 points. It won't get reported. You understand that?
Yes.
If you plead to 5 over, that's a 0 point violation. Limited access is, but that will go on your record, but 0 points. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today?
Yes.
If you plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
To the charge allowing an unlicensed, I'm sorry, by the way, I have to tell you again, you have the right to an attorney. If you want one, I'll give you one. Do you want one?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
To the charge allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On the 4th of November of 25 at 4 p.m. were you on I-75 northbound or Gibraltar Road in Brownstown and operating a 2025 Jeep?
Yes.
Did you allow somebody to drive that was unlicensed, and was that you?
Yes.
Are you on probation,
No.
parole?
No.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No.
For the charge 5 over 75 and 70, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
I'll accept those pleas. That is allowing an unlicensed driver to drive 75 and a 70, dismiss the no license, as well as the 91, 93 and a 7. Got to slow down your record. Geez, you're killing trees here. You got warrants all over the place. Why aren't you taking care of those?
I thought they was taken care of because I just got my license back like about 40 years ago.
Well,
And
you were in suspension and you got warrants out of Dearborn, two of them, Taylor, Clinton, McRoseville, Grosse Pointe Farms, 36th District, Warren, 36th District, 43rd District in Ferndale, and the 10th District in Battle Creek.
yeah, I'm just trying to get everything together. I actually pay $800 a week in child support, so
Then you're making good money.
I
How much do you make?
make $38 an hour.
Where do you work?
I work at Chrysler.
There's no excuse for you not taking care of these. You know that, right?
Yes, I do.
Anything else you want to tell me
Uh,
before I sentence you?
no, I just since I have got my license back, I've been trying to keep up with them because I move from state to state every day to drive to work.
Listen, you got to use your head. You're going to lose that job. You keep conducting yourself like this. I'm just telling you. You can't do this. 100 fines, 225 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 450 or 90 days, and 170 on the speed. Your total 620. Can you pay that now?
No,
How much can you pay today?
I actually don't get paid till tomorrow.
How much can you pay tomorrow? You pay all of this?
Yes,
All of it?
yes,
You sure?
yes.
I'll
Said
pay
670, right?
620.
Yes.
The A file's 450. So you pay that. I'll just give you until the 11th, which is Thursday, okay?
Okay.
And then you pay the other one by Thursday too. Listen, use your brains. You seem like a nice guy. Save your money.
Yeah.
You're spending it too much or something, aren't you?
Not really. I was really I was off of work for a year, so I went to 23,000 in errands for child support. That's why my benefit's so high right now.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, best of luck. Have a nice Christmas. If you need more time, something comes up between now and Thursday, call the court. We'll go on Zoom. I'll be glad to give you an extension. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Good luck. Timothy Gallagher, 25M. So this can be a plea as charged under 7411, right?
Correct, Judge.
Ma'am, if you plead guilty here, this is punishable by up to a year. I'll take it under section 7411 of the Michigan Compiled Laws, section 333.7411, meaning that if you're compliant at the end of the specified period of time that I set, the case will be dismissed on motion of the prosecutor. Do you understand that?
I do.
In the meantime,
Judge, if I may, I just want to explain to you too that Miss Ely had, even though we'll go into the probation and the sentencing, Miss Ely had purchased this item in this, that we have right now in Washtenaw County, which I consider another country, and it was legal in Washtenaw County.
but she possessed it in Wayne.
That is correct, Judge. I just simply want to mention that for.
Hang on, man.
That's nothing else.
Hang on. So I want you to understand, they're just charging you with possession. I don't know anything about it being legal in Washtenaw County. It's mushrooms, right? And you are charged with that, and you could get 1 year if you plead guilty here. I'll take this under section 7411. I'll place you on probation. I'll set terms and conditions. If you're compliant at the end of the period that I set, the case will be dismissed. Do you understand that?
I understand. Will it go on my record?
Listen to what I'm going to tell you here. Right now, yes, it's going on your record under 7411. At the end of this period of time, it's going to be dismissed, but it's only going to be available to police officers, courts, probation officers. It will show that the charge to probation officers, police, and judges that you pled guilty, it was taken under 7411 and then dismissed because you were compliant with your probation. That's what it will show. Do you understand that? You seem confused.
Judge, I explained it. Please don't. Judge, I explained it to her. I explained exactly what you're stating. She's been going through a lot, Judge. She's been.
Okay, well,
I don't know if I'm talking with guilt.
well, then don't plead guilty. This is the United States of America. You don't have to plead guilty if you don't want to. You might have a hard time beating the charge. I don't know if you will or not. That's for you to find out from your lawyer. But this way, you're at least keeping the case off your record if you're compliant with probation. Period. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that.
And what's the period of time for that?
I don't know. I don't know one thing about you. They're recommending 6 months reporting probation. Alcohol assessment, treatment if necessary, and any other terms, conditions, fines assessed by court. I don't know anything about you, so I can't answer that question for you. That's why I'm ordering a pre-sentence report to find out more about you, screening and assessment.
Okay.
Okay, if you're nervous about this, you want a week to think about it.
I'm a color guard mom. Are there certain things that the school looks into that I want to be able to participate and be the need to go and do the things for my daughter this year, that's all.
Okay, but I'm just telling you, if you want time to think about this, I'll be happy to adjourn this and let you think about it some more. You don't have to take this today.
Judge, I have a number of matters for the 23rd of December, and if she'd like to think about it.
Yeah, well, nobody has a problem with that.
Okay.
You want to think about it? Okay, we'll have you back on the 23rd then, okay?
Judge, thank you so much.
So what, no problem. So we'll adjourn this to the 23rd. Obviously, you'll have to go in and get another, we'll keep this one in the file council, but you'll have to go in and have it rewritten up, okay? Just
Good, Judge, thank you.
what time you want to do this, Lisa?
9:15.
At 9:15, okay, ma'am? Okay, do you understand everything? All right, relax, take a deep breath. Go down the hall, get your notice, and then we'll see you the 23rd.